Hey guys, it's me, and today I have a new video for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. I'm not gonna be speaking far too loudly in this video because my dad is taking a nap and his room is right across the hall from mine. So I'm gonna be speaking rather quietly because I don't want to disturb him. So yeah. So today I'm doing a requested video, and the original request was to do a top 10 favorite songs of 2013. Alright, so I'm going to be doing that, but it's very hard for me to play favorites, especially with like just 10 songs. So I came up with a list of 30, but I'm only going to be talking about my top 10 off of that list of 30. If you want to listen to all 30 songs I made this list though, including the top 10, I'll have a link to the playlist somewhere up here on the screen and also in the description box below. And I'm going to be having all the songs, including the bands, like scrolling up here on the screen, so you guys can see like the bands and the names of the songs that made it onto this list. FYI, this is only exclusive to songs that were released in 2013 only. So starting out with number 10 is Stop Waiting by Infected Rain. This band is a female-fronted nu metal band hailing from Moldova, and I think they're from one of the Siberian countries. I'm not entirely sure. A very unique sound, they're really good, and their lead singer and vocalist, she's very, very talented, and she has a very unique voice, and I really do like their stuff. I've been a fan of theirs for a few years now, and yeah, I really do enjoy this song. The music video for this song is absolutely badass because there's one of her looks. She reminds me of Shagreth from Demon Board for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just like when I first saw it, I was like, that reminds me a lot of Shagreth, and I don't know why. And it just looks so cool. The song's meaning is about living your life the way you want to and following your dreams and following your passions, because you can't just sit there and be a lump on a log. You have to live your life the way you want to, and you have to live out your dreams, because you can't say that you have lived but not live out your dreams. Alright, so I lit a candle, so I'm thinking it's adding a bit more color, either that or something weird going on with the camera at the moment. So yeah, that's probably why I have a bit more color on my skin right now all of a sudden. The song also talks about how you have to fight for your dreams, because you can't just simply live out your dreams, because there are going to be obstacles in life to keeping you away from living your dreams. Number 9 is Seaside Dreams by Factory of Dreams. It's made of two people, Jessica and Hugo, and they are a progressive rock, progressive metal band, and they're absolutely amazing. I love their stuff. I've been a fan of their stuff for a few years now as well. And when they released Seashore Dreams, when they released the music video, I was in awe, because a lot of their past music videos have been for a lot softer, prettier songs, and this song is a lot heavier, it's a lot more intense. It's still absolutely beautiful. The scenery in the video and everything about it was just absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved it. And the song is absolutely amazing. I have the album version on my iPod, and it is, I prefer the album version because there are a bit more solos in it, because there is a keyboard solo and there's also guitar solos, and it is just so nice. When I first heard it, like, it starts out very soft, very mellow, very pretty, and then it begins to build up intensity, and then and then it happens. Because in the music video, once the thunderstorm scene kicks in, that's when everything starts to kick up and it gets extremely beautiful then, and that's when the intensity of the song builds up. And it's just, ooh, yes. And it got really bright all of a sudden. Number 8 is New Life by Resonance Room featuring Sonia Scarlett of Théâtre des Vampires. Alright, so I found out about this band and the song through Sonia Scarlett because she shared the song on Facebook when the song was released. Well, this version, that is. And Resonance Room, they are a gothic metal band from Italy, and there are 2 different versions. There's the original version that's on the album, and then there's the version with Sonia Scarlett, and I'll have a link to both of them on the screen. It talks about struggles in life and the things that people go through when trying to follow their dreams, and also the struggles with like people who get on the wrong path when trying to follow their dreams. And it's so good. And the sound of the song, the sound of the song is like the sound that a lot of people search for in music. That amazing sound that is just like, this is absolutely amazing. This song has that factor. All in the chorus, because once that chorus started and the harmonies, oh yes. Oh, it's just so good. I absolutely love it. And I am so happy that Sonia shared the link to that song on Facebook that day, because I would have never learned about these guys. Because Resonance Room, they are very underground. Not that many people know about them. 7 is The Saint and the Valentine by Cyclone 9. Now, Cyclone 9, after 3 years, have finally released a new album. And the reason why it's taken them so long to release a new album is because prior to Order of the Shadows, their new album, Narrowbone, the lead singer and vocalist of the band, was going through heroin and drug addictions, and he was very scrawny, by the way, back then. But what he was doing, he was using like merch money, like money that fans would send in to buy stuff, and my phone went off. And he would use that money that the fans sent in to buy merch, he would use that money to buy drugs. And he was never able to ship out band merch, and so the band went kaput. But now he's finally off drugs, he's finally clean, and he's buffed up a bit since then, and he's not as scrawny. And then they released this totally badass album, and it's so good. This song is so good. And Nero, he sings both clean vocals, and he also screams in the song. And like his clean vocals, there's just something about his clean vocals that is just so dreamy and so hypnotic. It's just, yes. It's just, there's something about it that is just so intoxicating. This song is that depressing song that everybody knows and loves, because this song is just so emotional, because he talks about how he laid his heart out for this person, and they took it, they stomped on it, tore it apart, and threw it in the trash, and now he's heartbroken. But he still has feelings for this person. Number 6 is Collars and Suits by Delane. Now, I saw Delane live back in September, and let me just say, it was amazing. Collars and Suits is my favorite song off of Interlude, because, I mean, there's just something about it that is just so good. It talks about judgment and consequences in life, and because you are your own person, your own individual, so you have to make your own choices, and each choice that you make has a consequence, whether it's positive or negative, and that's what this song gets at. The sound of the song is just so good, the chorus is amazing, and Charlotte, Oh, Charlotte is so beautiful, by the way. She's so beautiful. Whole lot more beautiful in person. And hearing her live, too, is just absolutely mind-blowing. So, yeah, and I can't wait to see them live again because I am going to see them live again one day. Don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to happen. Number 5 is Assassin's Creed by Eclipse. I saw Eclipse live back when I saw The Lane and Camelot live. Eclipse, they were the opening act, and they are a classical string quartet from Germany. And if you don't know what a classical string quartet is, there is no singing, only but the 4 members of the band playing instruments. And Eclipse, they do covers of a lot of songs that are popular in pop culture. And Assassin's Creed is the theme song to Assassin's Creed, obviously. And I actually recorded them playing the song live at the show that I went to when I saw them at, and that's the version that I'm going to link you guys to in the playlist and up here on the screen. That song is amazing. Hearing them perform it was just amazing. Helena, Miss E, Viola, and Scarlett, they are all gorgeous. They're all so very talented, and yes, and hearing them perform this song was just amazing, but because it showcases all of their talents as musicians, and it is so beautiful. I have listened to the live version that I recorded more than the album version, which I have on my iPod, so that tells you something. Now the only bad thing though about the live version that I recorded though is that there is an asshole that was right across from me and my best friend, because the two of us were at the show when I was recording it. This asshole decides to say, "Don't just stand there, say something. Why don't you sing or do anything? Don't just stand there, at least smile." Me, I wanted to bitch slap him so hard. Ugh. And, I mean, he came with a friend, and his friend was really into the show, so it was like, I don't know why he brought him along. It's just, yeah. But anyways, the song is amazing. Their performance at that show was outstanding. I loved it. It's just, yes. Number 4 is Symphony of the Night by Leaves' Eyes. Now, Leaves' Eyes released Symphonies of the Night just a couple of months ago. I think they released it either at the end of October or the beginning of either at the end of October or at the end of November. It's one of the two. When it was released out in Europe, since they're from Europe, the album's gonna be released in Europe first, obviously. But when the album was released in Europe, people started like posting the full album onto the internet, and it was viewable all over the world, so people like us over here in the US, we were given a chance to listen to it before it was even properly released here. And that was when I first heard the song Symphony of the Night. But then Napalm Records went around and started flagging down and removing all those videos because the album hadn't been properly released everywhere. But when it was finally released here, I scoured the internet trying to find the song, and I found it because this song is so amazing and it's so good. Because me, I'm a sucker for songs that are dedicated to the story of Carmilla by Joseph Sheridan LaFano, and this song is dedicated to that story. And for those of you who haven't heard of Carmilla, Carmilla is basically the lesbian version of Dracula, and it's very, very good. I haven't read it, but the gist of the story that I know, though, is very, very good. And the song talks about Carmilla's relationship with the young girl, and it's so good. It is so nice. It's such a beautiful song. It's so powerful. The choir, the orchestra, and the instrumentals, Leaves' voice. Oh, Leaves' voice is just absolute killer throughout the song. And oh, it's so good. And please excuse my dog growling in the background. Number 3 is Burn With Me by Amaranth. They're really, really good. They have a very cool sound too. And this song, Burn With Me, is absolutely amazing. First time I heard it, it was just like, oh, this sounds so nice. Then I looked up the lyrics and I started crying because it is so sad. And then too, their music videos are very cinematic and they suit the songs perfectly. So like the music video for this song, like when you watch the video, it's just like, oh my god, because it's just like it's a couple played by the male singer and Elise, and they get into an argument when they're on the road, driving down the road somewhere, and they get into an argument, and like he gets out of the car and she drives off, and then she gets into a car accident further down the road and dies. And then he finally gets to the accident and he's just like, oh my god, no, she's dead. And it's just like, yeah, it's very dramatic and it's just, oh, it's so sad. It is so deep and it's such a sad song, but it's so beautiful. It's so good. I love it so much. Just, yes. Yes. Number 2, Seven Widows Weep by Serenia. Okay, so let me start out by talking about this. Serenia played a joke on all of us fans with this song. Alright, so they released a single version during the spring, like with most songs, is rather short. And usually the single versions of songs are usually what this music video is going to be. But the thing that started tripping with people though is the fact that Morton was featured in the single and everyone's like, is Morton going to actually get his part in the music video? Because in the past, single versions of their songs like Path to Decay and The End of It All, Morton has never been featured. His parts were taken out of the single versions, and his parts were left out in the music videos. Not in this case, no. His part was kept in the single. And everyone was like, wow, this is a first. And when the music video finally came out, the music video wasn't even on the single version. No, the music video was on the album version. And so everybody was listening to the song and prepared for the single version. They use the album version. Everybody's confused because there are all these different riffs, all these different solos, and yeah. But Aylin, she's showing her full potential. Morton gets showcased in the video, and Aylin, once again, she's showing off her full potential, and oh my god, it is so good. It is amazing. It is beautiful. It is outstanding. The choir, it sounds amazing. The orchestra sounds amazing. The instrumentals sound amazing. Morton sounds amazing. Aylin sounds outstanding because she's showing, like I said, she's showing her full potential. It starts to slow down. It's very pretty and it sounds like a lullaby. And then all of a sudden she starts hitting some notes and she starts singing, oh, classically. It's just like, let's just say it was gorgeous. And finally, number 1, and this was very, very difficult to come to this conclusion, but number 1 is Wild Card by Revamp. Now, Revamp is a project created by Florianson. She created it back in 2009 or 2010. Alright, so this, like I said, this was a very tough pick because I knew it was between like 2 songs by Revamp, and it was either Precipice, Wild Card, but I picked Wildcard mainly because Precipice mainly focuses on her classical style, whereas Wildcard, it's a combination of all of her different singing styles. In the beginning, she's singing like these nice, clean, pretty vocals, and then the power vocals kick in, and then it gets pretty again, and then it gets hard power metal vocals, and it goes back and forth between those up until the part right before after this second chorus, and then the classical part comes out and it's just amazing, and then she starts growling and it's just like, okay. That pretty much sealed the fate of my love for this album, because Wildcard is my favorite album of this year. Of all the different CDs and bands that have released songs this year, Wildcard is my favorite. And and the song Wildcard is just so good too. I absolutely love it. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the playlist. Don't forget to check out the playlist with all 30 songs. So definitely check it out if you want to listen to any of the other songs that didn't make it to the top 10. Or if you want to listen to the songs that made it to the top 10. Or both. Don't forget to hit subscribe. All my links are down in the description box below. And until I see you guys tomorrow for the next installment of Vlogmas, goodbye.